Newlyweds Steve and Joe needed our help when they made a decision to relocate to Cardiff. That was despite only recently having made a move from Surrey to Bristol.
We came here once, loved it so much, but we decided to move here after we got married, which we did.
We both found jobs that we love. They're just not based in Bristol.
Steve works for a charity, whilst Jo works in insurance and has landed her dream job in Cardiff and is commuting every day, a gruelling 2.5-hour round trip.
The last 6 months I've spent going backwards and forwards and working there, I've found that it's a fantastic city. So it's just a natural next step.
The move means everything to this couple. With new careers and a wedding under their belt, it's the only thing standing in the way of their next big adventure, starting a family.
We're desperate to get on the housing ladder. We're desperate to start our married life and, you know, have children and buy our home and everything else.
We're quite keen to start a family, so we want to be in, not right now, but we want to be in and settled before we start doing that, so it's very...
Sorry.
Right, get a room, you two.
Let's just get them a whole house.
Honestly, you two, I need a flow chart. London, Surrey, Bristol, and we are finally settling on an area.
Yep.
The reason we're moving to Wales is very similar to the reason we moved to Bristol. It was all about not being able to afford a house in Surrey, ready to take the next step in our lives, children, settling down, being able to get more for our money.
Now I find a job that I love. I need to be close to it. I want to throw everything into it.
In order to have a family and get home to see those babies, you need to be close to work.
That's right.
Steve, you're a city boy and Jo's a country girl. Is this going to cause any conflict in your household?
I could compromise, Jo couldn't. So, which is probably the same.
Many couples would say the same.
Just how it is with us, my dear.
That's because I'm nearly always right, but I suspect Jo does need to learn to compromise before this search is over. Steve and Jo have a maximum of £225,000. For this, they want 3 bedrooms and some outside space.
It has to be close to good schools and within a 30-minute drive to Jo's work. The commute was key in Cardiff, taking Kirstie's search in 2015 from Corntown in the west to Whitchurch in the east.
A thriving financial industry with many good schools and world-class universities has brought an influx of students, professionals and families to Cardiff and contributed to the property market rising by nearly 8% last year.
Luckily, newlyweds Steve and Jo have Kirstie on side. Moving here will end Jo's exhausting commute from Bristol, and after years of saving, they have a budget of £225,000 and can make a family home a reality.
I'm starting the search in one of Cardiff's most desirable suburbs. The thriving village of Whitchurch is 15 minutes north of Cardiff, has a busy village centre for Steve, but quiet, leafy streets for country girl Jo.
You are a 15-minute drive to work.
Wow.
Really?
Yes.
That's life-changing. That would be great.
Yes, but will it still be great when you've told them about the compromise?
I'm getting to it.
It's 2 beds.
Is it?
It is 2 beds.
Okay.
The average house price around here is £30,000 above your top budget.
Right.
So that's why we're seeing a 2-bed property here with the potential to be a 3-bed property.
I'm itching to see inside.
Good, that's the attitude. Right, come on, let's go for it.
This house is a beautifully renovated period bungalow. It's semi-detached, on a quiet street and has 2 good-sized bedrooms, with a fantastic attic space ready to be converted into that all-important 3rd bedroom.
A rear extension has created a super family living area and opens out onto a good-sized private garden.
It pushes their budget to the limit at just under £235,000, but is in walk-in condition and the vendors will consider an offer. A perfect first home, wouldn't you say?
Wow, it's big.
Yep, it's a nice size. It's really difficult to have a positive feeling when I'm grappling with the 2-bedroom thing.
I wouldn't bother with the additional bedroom for the time being, unless you really felt you had to.
I think I'd rather put in a 3rd bedroom before I am expecting. So I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, I kind of want to get all of my ducks in a row now.
Area in terms of the community, the schools and the location and the commute is going to come higher than that 3rd bedroom.
Okay.
go and see the rest of the house.
Okay.
Okay.
Jo certainly knows what she wants, Kirstie.
And I know what they need, Phil. Trust me.
Okay.
It's nice. It's big.
Small.
Steve's being positive, but Jo's really struggling to get her head around it and quite fixed in what she wants.
It's too small.
Right, okay.
The only compromise with this house is the third bedroom, and that has gone down like a bucket of cold you-know-what.
Hey.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Not a great start, Kirstie, and with so much of their future invested in this move, it's no wonder Jo's getting emotional.
I love the location. I love the area. I love the house. There's just one thing.
Yeah, there is the 2-bed.
And it's not...
And it is a difficult one. How do you feel about the living space?
I really like it. I like the size, the doors, the floor. Yeah, no complaints about that.
What are you feeling? That it's too much of a compromise?
No, it's not a no.
Okay.
OK, so it's not a no.
But it's not a yes, and I'm afraid that's what we need.
Having listened to Jo in Property 1, I want to show them something bigger. But that means we need to travel out of the city.
We've come 13 miles north of Cardiff to the pretty hilltop village of Llantrisant.
So what are we, 30 minutes out of town, I think? From...
Yeah, in not so good traffic.
The big compromise here is the distance to Jo's work. But with great transport links, incredible views and a good school, it certainly meets the requirements.
Do you want to see inside it?
Oh, yes.
Definitely.
Definitely.
You're enthusiastic enough about the area?
Yes.
I mean, I think the key thing is, having travelled out, you get twice the size of the house.
Yes.
Yes.
I know the commute will be playing on Jo's mind, but I'm hoping this sprawling family home will help them decide what's important. Its size versus commute.
This 1970s semi is set across 3 stories and is huge. On the top floor are the 3 bedrooms they want. There are front and rear gardens, perfect for a growing family, and scope to create a large kitchen diner.
And it's a bargain at £195,000. It's 30 grand under budget. But it is a project.
At the back here, so obviously you knock this through.
Yeah.
It's one of those houses where there's lots that you could do, and there's lots that you'd want to do, but there's nothing that you have to do on day one. It's about the potential.
Yeah.
There's a lot of space in this house.
There's a lot of space.
Lots of yeses, and for this price, I don't think it gets much better. But it is quite rural for city boy Steve.
How's Jo feeling? Because she's got quite a long list of requirements, hasn't she?
She does.
Do you think there'll be compromises in that?
Wherever we live is going to be a slight compromise, but I can compromise and live in the country, and I don't think Jo can compromise and live in the city.
Right.
So early on in marriage, I realised that actually if I compromise, things are a lot better, so we'll do that.
What's the saying? A happy wife, happy life.
Yes, yep, definitely.
Less strife.
2 very wise men. And here's the star.
Ta-da, ta-da.
Wow. That view, it's incredible. This is giving me the feels more than the other one.
Right.
But head is with the other one because the commute is so fantastic.
Yes.
Heart is with this one because of the view, and they're competing in different parts of my brain.
Big house, needs work.
Yeah.
You could not conceivably outgrow it. It's beautiful.
Suddenly, it seems I have 2 houses in the frame. And I didn't expect that.
What on earth is going on?
I'm celebrating. The atmosphere is warmer, much warmer.
It's because you're near the fire.
When we went to house number 1, it was like, why are you showing us a 2-bed when we wanted a 3-bed? And I was like, ugh.
Oh, wow.
I think now we're in the groove.
Look at this space.
What Steve said to me, he's perfectly happy being out in the countryside, and I thought that was one of the...
Nah, people make these things up.
What, just to confuse us?
Yes.
But you steer straight through it.
I do. I see through it with my laser vision.
You completely ignore what they say, and there you go.
What do you know? After all these years, he's found me out.
Have you had a chance for a bit of a think and a look?
I really like it.
I do as well. Yeah, I love the space. And there's secret rooms everywhere, and
Yeah.
there's basements and everything. It's massive.
Kirstie's Pull the socks up, hasn't she?
No, it is not pulling my socks up, Phil. It is a different
She's not wearing any.
The first house was a good house, Phil.
Hey?
In a different way.
It's not out. It's not out yet.
Yeah, did you hear that?
Ooh.
Seems you do have laser vision, Kirstles. In the peaceful Vale of Glamorgan, Kirstie's taking lovebirds Steve and Joe to their final property.
I know both houses are in the running so far, but I want to get them as close as possible to their favourite village of Cowbridge to really test them out.
Sun is out, the Welsh sun, the fluffy clouds.
The quiet village of Corntown is 10 minutes from Cowbridge, near good schools, surrounded by beautiful countryside and close to an amazing beach. But it is a longer commute, Joe.
We are 35 to 45 minutes to work.
Yes.
So I know you're
painfully aware of that.
Yeah.
I love Cowbridge and I love this area. I love the schools. I'm
Right.
very keen on Cowbridge, but then I don't have to do the commute.
So what you're telling me, Steve, is that this house has you at hello. I've never done this before. I'm going to stay here, Steve's going to stay here, and you're going to go in the house. Joe, it's all yours.
Great.
This is the first.
What are you doing?
There's method in the madness, Phil. I just want Joe to weigh this house up against that tough commute without worrying about what Steve or I are thinking.
Inside this house, the proportions are good. Upstairs, it has the 3 bedrooms they want, while downstairs, there's a good-sized lounge and a stunning kitchen diner that should make Steve smile. The perfect hub for a future family.
This house is positioned in a beautiful plot with the rural views that Joe wants. There is also an extensive private garden to the rear that features a lovely summer house, fully wired to the mains.
It's slightly over budget at just under £230,000, but we think there's a deal to be done. You two enjoying the sun?
I think this is good. If she was going to come out going under no circumstances, she'd have done it by now. If nothing else, it indicates a vague fondness for you that she's taking this house seriously.
I'm going to inscribe that somewhere.
Yeah.
Don't think Joe's ruling it out, but will she let Steve go in?
You were in there quite a while. We took that as a good sign.
Well, I think you should see it.
Let's do it.
Okay?
It's a whole new way of house hunting. A whole new way.
Don't get used to it, Allsopp.
Now that, it's more like it.
I've got to say, we've come a hell of a long way in 24 hours.
Okay, let's go to the next one.
I'm going to go into that kitchen now and see what they're thinking.
The house is nice. It's
House
lovely.
is amazing.
The house is beautiful.
Commute's an issue. Worst case scenario, in rush hour, I'm looking at 45 minutes.
So Joe might like the house, but it's all going to come back to that commute.
Do you know what you want to do next?
No. Well,
Yes.
yes. We know we want to go and see Whitchurch again, which I know is bizarre because
No.
I hated it yesterday.
No. Nothing surprises me now.
Okay, good. We think that Llantrisant, as sprawling as it was, it's for 4 or 5 years' time.
Yes.
Whitchurch is for, like you said, basically. You do this for a reason, clearly.
Well, hold me down. You're going to have to squeeze me through that door.
Well played, Kirstie. You better get you and your big head back over to Property 1 pronto. Steve's declared a preference for the larger place, Property 3 in Corntown.
Whilst Joe now has her heart set on Property 1 in Whitchurch. I can't tell how this is going to go.
How does it feel being back?
I feel relaxed. It's a nice-looking house.
It is a nice street, and it doesn't feel bad to be back here.
I
have
still
to say.
feel like you're trying to convince yourself of this.
Well, Joe warmed to it after the first viewing, so there's hope for Steve.
It is very calm, isn't it?
It is. I think my biggest concerns when we saw the house yesterday were the size of the bedrooms. I've had time to sit back and think about where we are now,
Yep.
and this more than fulfills that requirement.
And now I feel a lot better than I did when I was on the drive in.
Yeah?
Yeah, no, I do. I like it. I can see us living here.
Was it speaking to my mum?
Well done, Mum. Whitchurch it is.
Well, it will be if you can do a deal, Kirstie.
At £235,000, it's nearly 10 grand over their budget. But it has been on the market for 3 months and the sellers want to move.
What do you want to do?
We've got 225. That's what we want to go in with.
Ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
They're going straight in at nearly 10 grand under the asking price.
My client's top budget is £225,000 and they are putting every penny of that into this purchase. We know that we're well below the asking price, but what we are is chain-free, organised and motivated and able to move. Fingers crossed. Bye.
It didn't sound good.
No, it did. She said, what will interest my client about this offer is your commitment to buy. So, you know.
Now we wait.
Alas, the first offer is rejected, so Steve and Joe manage to up it by £2,500, but can go no further.
Right, okay. That is very good news indeed. Okay, bye.
Cheers.
Here's to Whitchurch. Well done.
Yeah,
Thank you.
That is fantastic.
Yeah,
that is really good.
What a wonderful result. And at 7.5 grand under the asking price.
Having secured the deal, Steve and Joe were looking forward to making the move from Bristol to Wales.
I can't wait to get to know the
And we
area.
get to explore a whole new area and a whole new country and put roots down.
I guess the other exciting thing is starting a family. Everything is ready for us now to, to get going and, crack on, as it were.
Oh, you old romantic, Steve.
It's now been just under a year since the pair made the move to Cardiff and stepped over the threshold of their first marital home.
I'm home.
It was incredibly exciting going to the estate agents and getting the keys and opening the front door for the first time and suddenly coming in and there's just this completely empty house with no furniture, no, kettle or toilet paper or anything, and it's just suddenly, my goodness, this is ours to fill.
And they've now filled it with more than just furniture and toilet paper. Recently, 2 became 3 with the arrival of baby Sophia.
She is 3.5 months now, and it's wonderful.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Hello, madam. Hello. Oh, you're so gorgeous.
I think that everything happened an awful lot sooner than we anticipated it happening, which is a wonderful thing. Suddenly it did go from being, what are all the things that we want, and suddenly going straight into what do we need to do and how do we need to prepare. Who's that baby in the mirror?
After taking possession, Steve and Joe had 7 months before the baby was due, time enough to repaint and get the place feeling like home.
We both had a week off work, didn't we? So we sort of just spent a lot of time here doing all the decorating. But I was supervising because I was already a few weeks pregnant at the time. So thankfully that got me out of doing most.
Steve was prepared to tackle more of a project property, and the bungalow has only required cosmetic work. But there's much satisfaction to be found in making a proper nest.
And there was one moment where I looked around and I'm like, I've done all the decorating, I bought all the furniture, and it was really nice to just stand back and say, actually, we've done all this, and it's ours, and it's ours for as long as we want it to. It's a really nice, warm feeling to have.
That's great to hear, especially since Joe was not mad keen on a 2-bed house to start with.
When Kirstie showed us this house, I was really disappointed.
Yeah.
We knew, though, that with babies in the master plan, the option to avoid a long haul to work had to be on the table.
It was only when Kirstie said, living here, your commute will go down to 15 minutes. that I suddenly realised just how important that was. And I think I realised that we could get away with 2 bedrooms for the time being, and being in such a lovely village location and being so close to work actually outweighed what we thought we wanted.
Yeah, and I think family life is quite important to both of us, and spending time together as a family. When the sun's out and you can bring the whole door open, you've got this giant front room that goes all the way from where the little nook is all the way to the end of the garden, and it feels massive, and it's so nice, and it's just so open and airy, and it's lovely.
Although it was an area they were not familiar with, there are absolutely no regrets about choosing Whitchurch over the other more country locations.
Neither of those properties was quite as close to a village as this house is, and I realise now just how important that is when you do have a baby, to just be able to walk into town.
Hiya.
Jo's made friends with other mums in the area and meets up regularly with them. And when she returns to work in a few months' time, it'll be Steve's turn to take parental leave.
I'm really enjoying the idea of getting to know everybody and meeting all the other babies, spending some time with them as well, and really getting to know Sophia as well, because that's, it's going to be really exciting. It's an amazing opportunity.
And if his hands aren't too full with Sophia, Steve has plans to exploit the loft potential that Kirstie pointed out. Ideally, a bedroom and ensuite will be created.
Something I think we're going to look at while I'm off, so spend some time organising contractors and getting some stuff done. But I think we'd like to expand a bit more, both in size of house and size of family, I guess, as well. So might as well future-proof us.
The new home fits, the new area fits, and it looks like being mum and dad fits just fine too.
Parenthood, for me, and I think for you, has just been fantastic. Just a wonderful experience. We've been pretty lucky with Sophia.
And you can't imagine not having her after, 3 or 4 months. I don't know what life was like without her. I can't remember it.
I think there was a lot more...
Behave.
A lot more sleep, I'm sure you mean. But clearly, any sacrifices are worth it.